good afternoon, good morning, good whatever it is for you where you are. It's afternoon here, and I was not planning on filming today. I was not planning on doing any of this other than just the small workout I'm gonna be doing in a little bit. I got motivated to tackle this pantry and my freezer, see what I have, because I am gonna go to the grocery store tomorrow, which is a little earlier than I'd like because I still have food here from the last meal prep, but I kind of want to avoid that Easter traffic and the craziness that happens at the grocery store around a holiday. I am doing my meal plan this week a little different. I'm pulling out all the crap I have because this pantry is packed. My freezer is packed. So I'm pulling all the crap out, seeing what I have, and then making a meal plan based on those things. So hopefully this will help give you motivation and ideas to do the same in your house. I had to put you on a tripod because my arms are still sore from Monday. So quick little story time. My husband worked for a grocery store. He ran one of their stores, and then back at the end of July, August, I'm not really sure, he decided to apply for HEB, got into their management program, and that's where we are today. We ended up selling our house, moving 4 hours away from our friends, and now we are here south of Fort Worth. So I love organization. At our old house, I had, totes and matching colors and all the things. But because we moved, and we're moved to a place that we know we're not going to be here long term, we're renting a house. It's probably going to be for a year or two before we move on to another store, another location. So we don't want to put a lot of money and extra time and effort into buying things specifically for this house, and that includes my organization. And I'm OCD enough that like the pantry and stuff was driving me crazy. So what I've done is I've kind of gone through the house, collected things here and there that we aren't using, like totes. None of these totes match because they all came from different parts of the house. I had them in different places at our old house, but then when you move, certain furniture has to change functions and things like that. So these are all the random totes that aren't being used, but they are going to be very helpful in my pantry. So as I'm pulling out, as I'm going through everything, I'm going to reorganize in the pantry. Sorry if you can hear my washer and dryer, that's life. So I'm going to keep pulling this stuff out. I'm doing my pantry first, and then once I get that semi-organized, I'm going to leave the stuff I think I want to use for dinners out, and then I'm going to pull out my freezer stuff. So I'm halfway through pulling out. You can see there's totes in here. I'm just checking like if they fit and stuff. So we'll see what happens. It will be better than it was. There's crap in here I didn't even know I had. We've only lived here since September. No, October. We've only lived here since October, yet somehow I've accumulated all this crap. So let's get to work, shall we? Also, it's like a no makeup and ignore my outfit kind of day. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for not judging me in advance. And the main reason I have a hell of a time filming is because this little peninsula or island or whatever has these cabinets over it. So there's never a good place to put my camera / my phone whilst filming all these recipe videos, so. So I didn't go gluten-free until January of this year, and I had a bakery before we moved here that I ran out of my house, and so now that I don't and I'm gluten-free, things like I had this whole thing of cake flour, regular flour, self-rising flour, all these kind of things that I don't really need anymore. So I guess I need to like dump these out, try to clean off the permanent marker and repurpose them. Yeah, I'm also kind of checking some labels. The hoisin sauce I had has soy sauce in it, which has wheat in it, which is not gluten-free. So I'm just doing things like that, like checking labels, making sure these things are all gluten-free, and also that they're not expired. And if they are close to being expired, I'm putting them separately, so that way I can know, like, I need to focus on those ingredients first. It's a lot of crap that's come out of this little pantry. I don't know if I should be impressed with myself or judging myself. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of both. Here, we already know, like, I do these snacks constantly. They're constantly being empty and then refilled. So I know that all those things are fine. This is the face of someone who's been talking to the camera for 10 minutes to find out she wasn't recording because I hit stop and then it started recording. Therefore, I did not record any of that. Okay, well, it wasn't that important anyway. Let's be honest. My arm hurts so bad. Like having to prop it up like that. I have a few things that are only for my daughter. Like my husband and I don't eat ramen. We don't eat these, but she does. And I like to have it where it's easy access so she knows, like sometimes she can figure dinner out herself and she knows exactly where her options are. So I need to get it a little more full when I go to the grocery store. But this is just like a good way of like, hey, you're on your own for dinner, and then she has options she can go to here and in the fridge and the freezer. I have to do oats and then put like the packets in here. This is almost empty, and I'm gonna switch to us both using this because I was having to tell him which overnight oats were for him, and it's not really worth it. So we're gonna switch to this. I'm gonna make him some overnight oats since I already have this out and I need to get rid of it. Okay, I've gotten it mostly. So this is gonna be my random like grains. I have tortillas and stuff in there. Whenever I buy more rice, I have some over there that will end up in here, but I kind of want to plan a menu with it first. I have all of the oatmeal, my daughter's stuff. This is like pancake, maple syrup, and then stuff for overnight oats. She'll have both of her little canisters right here because the boxes would never fit here, but now these canisters do. Found a couple more cans that I had out. Random boxes here, like if I buy the dirty rice or stuff like that. And then I have all my oils and random sauces and vinegars. I have this big blue tote. I normally have filled up with like things that I like on salads. I also put the extra baking stuff in here. Stuff that like, it's not cute or anything, and it's just random packages that kind of clutter up your pantry. I'm putting them in here. I have extra stuff to add in here, but I wanted to show some of the stuff I needed first. So one of the things I'm going to do, I have these 2 cans in my pantry. I like, Pioneer Woman has a chickpea curry that I really like, that I'm going to use both of these for. And then there are some, they're called Blondie muffins. If I can, I'll link the recipe below, but it uses garbanzo beans and almond butter to make like these little baby muffins, and I love them. This needs to get used up. We are going to have tamales still this week, so I just need to be mindful that I have these and I need to put them in the salad when we have those. If you live in Texas, or if you've been to Texas and you like to antique shop, you've probably heard of Jefferson, Texas. There's a bunch of antiques and stuff there. We bought this when we went there. My husband and daughter love it. I make French toast stuffed with this, and they are obsessed. I already saw that I have pecans and stuff in the pantry, so I can make them their French toast that they like. I'm going to use the jasmine with my curry, and I'm going to add cauliflower rice to it as well to bump up the vegetables. So now I have plans for that. This is a risotto rice that I have exactly enough to make one serving of, like, it's an instant pot risotto. So I need to find a protein that will go well with that. And then I have some mini meatloafs. It's not the one that I've posted a video on. The ones that use the dates are my husband's favorite. They have onions on top. So I'll probably make another video because I guess we like meatloaf. I didn't really realize we were meatloaf fans until now. So I'm going to use that up for meatloaf. So now I know several different things I need to make for next week. So I'm going to go ahead and write down those recipes real fast before I forget. All right, baking stuff, nuts and chocolate chips, regular sugar, random stuff I want for my salads and like smoothie bowls and things like that are like healthy ingredients, but like in small packages. All that's in there. That is a protein I can't use anymore. It really hurts my stomach, but for my husband. And then we need collagen that will go here. All of our oils and vinegars, canned products, my daughter's cereal. This will be where all of the other pantry items would go as I get them. And then grains or tortillas and things like that. Breakfast, daughter's section. And then we have extra breakfast items along there. And then those are all the snacks. So it's not perfect. It doesn't look like a home edit situation, but it is organized. I know exactly where everything is. And now I know exactly the products I need to use before they go bad, and we don't have any waste. And honestly, when this is super cluttered, it stresses me out. It just does. So I'm very thankful that that is done. All right, I'm about to go grocery shopping. I have to return a couple things. Easter's coming up, so shopping for that. Always bring a water. You'd be amazed how much water you can drink just by running errands. So I will show you what we get on our little haul. You remember when I said that by going through my pantry and fridge, I was going to save money on my shopping? Do you remember last week when I said I'm not good at budget shopping? Yeah. These right here, this is our store brand of Dr. Pepper and our store brand of Coke Zero. We have ribs and brisket that were both on sale at our store. I'm gonna go put those and the paper towels up so I have some room to work. In my defense, this week, H-E-B was offering an extra 25% off to their partners on their store brand. So that's why we decided to do some of this stuff, is just to stock up while it's on sale. So I'm gonna walk through the frozen stuff first. I've never done collard greens from frozen before, but I also had a coupon where you spend $10 on their frozen vegetables and you can get $2 off. So this is stuff I was gonna use anyway. So I got 2 bags of collards to try to make that since my husband's gonna be smoking some meat. I love these kind of carrots. If you sprinkle them with some garlic salt with parsley and olive oil and put them in the air fryer, they're delicious. Gotta get cauliflower rice. I'm doing corn for when he's barbecuing as well, and then cherries for smoothies. Rice is one of those things. Oh my gosh, my dog is running around. It's not for you. That's not for you. Charlie. Okay, rice is one of those things where it's like a great, oh crap, I don't know what starch to put with this, and you have rice on hand, it's great. And then just some sweet treats for my husband and daughter. And then my daughter put in a personal request for French toast sticks. So I'm gonna go get all that put away. This is the Walmart portion. I forgot to eat before I left the house, so I bought this to eat. And then my sister called and I forgot to eat again. Yeah, I did eat one of these though, and it's delicious. I got the brownie. I don't remember how I got it. I had like one serving from something, and then haven't been able to find them. So this is the first time I found either one of these, and they're gluten-free, and they're really great if you want just a little sweet treat at the end of the day. Been looking for this for months. Seriously, months. Finally found it. Also finally found the 30 grams of protein Fairlife. I've been looking for this one as well. Everything I found is the 28 grams, and it's much more expensive to buy it like that because it's like $2.50 per one of those versus $7 for 4. So that was a no-brainer. This is the salsa I like best, and it's been out everywhere I go. And then because we have that brisket, we're gonna grind up. I bought 2 different gluten-free little meal kits. Just a great thing to have for nights you don't feel like doing much. I forgot, I also got this from Walmart. I'm gonna make my daughter finish the Fruit Loops before she can have that. All right, more perishable stuff that I need to put away. Got yogurts for my daughter, and then me and my husband. He's been taking one to work every day, so that works out really great for him. We got eggs. I haven't tried any of these creamers, so thought I might as well try it. And chocolate milk for my daughter. We got H-E-B bourbon glazed honey smoked ham for my husband's sandwiches. If you don't know, he's a bourbon connoisseur. That over there is full of bourbon and whiskeys. And I thought the smoked Gouda would go really well with that for his sandwiches. And like I said, it's H-E-B, so we got an extra 25% off. So it's a great time to try new things. I don't actually think I told you what we're having so far. On Easter, my husband is off, so we're gonna fire up the smoker, and by we, I mean him. And he's gonna smoke some ribs and some beef cheeks, which sounds really weird, but we went to Austin, and we went to this food truck here, and we got smoked beef cheeks, and they were delicious. They were like a really rich, it's really similar to brisket, but just a little bit richer. So he wants to try that. We're gonna make them into tacos, and then we're gonna do ribs later that night. So here are our beef cheeks. Never knew such a thing was sold in stores. And with the beef cheek tacos, I'm gonna make like a Mexican street corn, so I needed that. I'm gonna make some French toast later in the week, so I needed bacon. I'm gonna make my husband some breakfast sausages to put in the freezer. These are just Lunchables for my daughter. She likes the turkey ones. And then I love putting orange juice as a base to my smoothies. And then we got a bunch of chicken that most of it will probably go in the freezer. That's the cold stuff. Here are our pantry items. I got bread for French toast, which I think it'll be fun. English muffins, so I can make my husband breakfast sandwiches. That's his favorite bread. And anything that we don't finish, we always throw in the freezer, so it never goes bad. We have protein that is not whey, collagen that we always put in our coffee. I love these Luna bars. I haven't had them in forever, haven't been able to find them. My daughter requested the peanut butter granola bars. I just found this, never had it, want to give it a try. I thought I'd buy this instead of the ranch box because I think it'll be cheaper in the long run. I need almond butter for some muffins I'm gonna make. My daughter and I are going to make little Rice Krispies and put them in the Easter eggs, so they're like egg shaped. So that's just a little fun thing that we're gonna do for Easter. She wants more ramen, and then every once in a while she'll have one of those little baby root beers, but she's not really that big of a fan of carbonation, so normally she just sticks to water. Finally made it to the produce. I always get extra bananas because we love to freeze them for smoothies. Got a cantaloupe, pineapple, a papaya, strawberries, and grapes, and those little mandarins. I'm gonna chop it all up, and my daughter loves like fruit salads where there's different ones all together, so I'm gonna definitely do like a tropical version of that. And then my husband loves to take those mandarins to work because they're so convenient. We're gonna make pico de gallo with, all you need is tomato, red onion, which I already have, cilantro and jalapeno and lime. And then you take that pico de gallo and then you add it to the avocado and you have guacamole. So we're gonna do that for our beef cheek tacos. We're gonna do Brussels sprouts with our ribs, and then I'm gonna throw that spinach in the freezer. I'm sure you saw I have a ton of frozen vegetables, and then also have a couple cans of green beans. So I'm not gonna need any more vegetables this week. And now on to the things that I can't eat. These are some things I got. Like, this is also an H-E-B brand, so we got 25% off of it, and I've been wanting one of these. I love baking bacon in the oven on that. I think I lost it 2 moves ago because I haven't been able to find it for about a year. We needed kitchen trash bags, OxyClean. My husband asked for lighter fluid. I'm gonna try these sponges. I'm a little worried that they're gonna like look really gross, but we'll see how it goes. Picked up a couple like wax melts because I moved our Scentsy into the living room. I need a new one of these because all my numbers have like fallen off of the one. I mean, I've had it since we've been married, which is almost 13 years now. So it was time to replace it. This is a candle I've been wanting for months, and it's finally spring, and it was 25% off. And then I got my dog some food. He has a mixture of that and dry food, but he won't eat his dry food unless he gets this first because he's bougie like that. I have a lot to prep, cut up, meal prep stuff to do. But like I said, I've eaten one Lara bar, like little square thing, and that's all I've had, and it's almost 2 o'clock. So I just opened this. This is why meal prep is so important, and having healthy options are so important. Because back in the day, I would have just grabbed a bag of chips and like, well, it's fine. I haven't had enough calories, so it's fine. But instead, it's like I need protein. Like just because I need calories doesn't mean I need to eat crap. So this is my protein, and because I had prepped my egg salad, I have that. So this just popped up. I just toasted my little bagel. I'm gonna top it with my egg salad, and I'm gonna take a little break, and then I'm gonna get to prepping all the other stuff. Just finished eating. I'm gonna talk to you about the other stuff we're gonna have this week, mainly just so I can keep sitting down. We bought that big brisket. We're gonna cut it and do not half, but some of it as a Mississippi roast with the like brown gravy, which you have to buy gluten-free if you need gluten-free, ranch, and then like we call them pepperoncinis. I don't know how to say them. That's how I say them. And turn that into a roast, and then we're gonna use the other part, and we have a meat grinder that attaches to my KitchenAid, so we're gonna grind up the rest and then keep it in the freezer so we have ground beef for whenever we need it. It was such a good price that it just seemed like $1.89 or $1.87 a pound. So you can't buy ground beef for that price. So we just, hey, it's a fun thing to do together. So that's what we're gonna do. I also bought that chicken. I'm gonna do a chicken and chickpea curry for one night, and then I'm gonna do some Greek chicken that I'm actually gonna make the marinade here in a minute, and then get it all going and then throw it in the freezer. So that whenever we want it, just the night before, I'll pull it out and let it come to, or let it thaw out, and then we can throw it on the grill. Normally is how we have it. So we've got a lot of work to do. Hopefully you've stuck with me this long, and you'll enjoy this little meal prep. While these dry, I'm gonna go ahead and get my dog's food cut up because he hasn't had this yet, and he's staring at me, and it's getting awkward. He loves that stuff, man. I don't normally cut it on a lid, but my other cutting board is in the dishwasher, and I'm not about to clean a cutting board for this mess. If you drop it, you don't have to worry. This little vacuum cleaner just comes and eats it all up. Where's your food? Our produce is drying. I'm gonna go ahead and make the breakfast sandwiches. Let me show you what we're working with here. I'm gonna have Canadian bacon on mine. I'm just gonna brown them on each side, and then I'm gonna cook his sausage, which he likes the hot and spicy. He's gonna have just, like, I think it's American cheese. I'm gonna smear Laughing Cow on mine. I'm having the gluten-free bagel thins. He's gonna have English muffins. And then little pro tip here, if you scramble your eggs with salt and let them sit for like 15 minutes, it makes them nice and light and fluffy. The salt loosens up the protein, so it just makes them fluffier. So that's what we do. So that'll be sitting while I'm cooking all the meat. While that's still browning up, I'm gonna add 1 wedge of cheese on each bagel. I'm just making 3, and I'm gonna pop them back in the freezer. One side has the wedge of Laughing Cow, the other side has the Canadian bacon. I'm gonna cook the egg and put it in the middle like that. There's 1 extra piece of Canadian bacon, so I'll probably put it on my husband. So now I need to get his sausage. I'm gonna let that sit off the heat for just a minute before I add the eggs. It's a little too hot right now. I have the heat completely off. I think it's gonna cook just from the residual heat still in the pan. This is 9 eggs because I'm making 9 sandwiches, but I might actually have to make more because I didn't realize how large my husband's English muffins were. Now I'm just gonna let them sit like that. They're almost completely cooked, but there's still enough that as it solidifies even more, it'll kind of help let it like stay in big chunks. So when I go to kind of cut it up, it won't be falling everywhere. You can buy fancy molds if you want. I just don't because I do it this way. I'm gonna add a lid. I don't have a lid to fit this one exactly, but this is the only one that'll actually go over it. I'll let it sit for about 3 minutes. Now that this is set, I just scored it because I know I need 9. So I just scored it into 9 little sections. Now I don't care that that isn't a perfectly round shape. I just want egg on my sandwich. You can get a cutter and all that if you want. Alright, I'm gonna let these come completely to room temperature before wrapping them up. These are my husband's. You see how giant these are? And that's a square of American cheese, and it's bigger than the American cheese. Like if that doesn't fill him up, I don't know what will. And then I'm gonna do the same with these. I'm gonna fill all these up and then I'm gonna let them cool and then wrap them all together at the same time. Just gonna show you how to wrap one up. It's very simple. And just label it with the instructions and put it in the freezer. Just put them in their own little bags. I have the instructions so he knows how to do it, you take off the plastic wrap, then you wrap it in a paper towel and microwave it for about 2 minutes. We'll have to see about these. These are bigger than the normal size, so he might need a little bit longer. Mine are about 250 calories and 17 grams of protein. Not sure about his, because I don't have to track his calories, but that's what these are. So if you go with these, that's a great little breakfast. That with a side of fruit and some collagen in your coffee. That's about 27 grams of protein, and you've got a great start to your day. Okay, finally got it all filled up. Got my breads and my proteins in front of my salad stuff, cans behind the cereal, and then all the extra pantry, like dinner items, like boxed things there. Got my peanut butters and my grains right here. Breakfast, my daughter's stuff, extra breakfast stuff, snacks. So we did finally get it filled up, and my fridge is as well. I got everything chopped up. We have some kids here, so I didn't film myself. Got all the pineapple in there, my grapes. I have to put in like little sandwich bags or else my family won't eat them. If they can't grab it and go, they won't eat it. And then my strawberries are right there. And then I did actually organize this. You just can't tell, because then I filled it with more crap. So these are breakfast sandwiches we have right there. That is all like nuggets and potatoes. This boxed items. I just threw this, I cut the papaya up. I've never had fresh papaya. Kind of tastes like a-hole. So I cut it up and I just put it in there. Maybe I'll use it in smoothies. I might try it once it's frozen, see if it tastes any better. It might just get thrown away. This is all the breads, and this is all my frozen vegetables. So yeah, it was organized. It's organized-ish. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video right here because it's getting so long. But I will be back tomorrow with the second part of the meal prep. And the next one will link the recipes below. So come back tomorrow for that. I hope you're having an amazing Easter that's filled with love and joy and reflection on all that God's done for us. So happy Easter, and I'll see you tomorrow.